This is going to be the part on the word problems, and the word problems cost 35 points, so that's 35% of your whole test. For the first word problem, it says Marta created a rectangle whose length was 5 more than twice the width. She then determined that the area could be used this function. So we don't really need to use this. This is not necessary anymore. Why? Because they're going to ask us to use this function to solve it. So that is actually in here, where W is the width of the rectangle. So what are they asking for? They're asking if the area is 18, what is the width? Now in these kind of problems, we can solve it all kinds of different ways. We can factor it. We can go ahead and use a quadratic formula. We can do all kinds of different things in here. But instead, we're going to use a calculator because of time constraints. Because this test is going to take too long if every single question is going to be solved using the quadratic formula. So in order to solve this one with a test, the trick is to remove these letters and make them 10x, and to make this letter into an A. So instead of A equals 2w squared plus 5w, change this to y, and change these to x's. Now we'll be able to bring it into a calculator, and that's 2x squared plus 5x. And we are looking for when the area, that's y, is 18. So here's y, and here's 18. The answer is 2. Let's try that again. The area of a triangle is given by this equation. So again, they gave us an equation where h is the height of the triangle, what is the height? So again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and change it. Instead of h, we're going to use x, and again, this is y. So we're going to go to our calculator, we'll go to y equals, and we'll just pop that in there. X squared minus 5x, and then we'll go to the table, and we're looking for wherever y is 24. Here's y, and here's 24. The answer is 8. Let's take a look at the next one. The next one, it says the length of a rectangular room. Now, this one's different because it doesn't give us an equation like these. You're going to have to write down your own equation. So what I like to do is I actually like to draw the rectangle. Now, this will be the width. This will be the length. But they said the length is 1 foot less than twice the width. So they changed the length. Instead of using the letter L for length, they told us that the length is different. They said the length is 1 less than twice the width. Now, whenever you use the word less than, you have to flip it. It actually becomes 2w minus 1. Now, that's the length, that's the width, and then they said the area is 28. So again, we're going to use our calculator. Just like we use a calculator for this word problem, just like we use a calculator for this word problem, we use a calculator for this word problem. The formula for area is length times, that's parentheses, width equals the area. So in the case, the calculator doesn't like the letter W, so we're going to change this to an X. We'll change this one to an X as well. And the area is 28. So this goes in the calculator. We'll look for 28 in the Y. So here's the Y equals. And again, you could write it out like this, or you could write it out with parentheses as factors. Just like that. And again, we're going to look to the table. We'll look for 28 in the Y. And the answer is 4. So we'll go back over here. The width is 4. And the length is 2 times the width, which is 4, minus 1. Now, 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. And there's our answer. Let's try it again. The rectangle Dan's floor has an area of 209. The dimensions are given. What is the length? What is the width? Again, this is the exact same thing as this one. You already have the length, which is 4x minus 5. And length times width equals the area. So again, we just look for this in the Y. Take out your calculators. Y equals 4x minus 5. 4x plus 3 You go to your table, and we're looking for 209. And again, it's 4. So now we know that x equals to 4. Now, they didn't ask me to find x. They asked me to find the length and the width. So now let's go to the length. There's x. X is 4. So that's 4 times 4, 16 minus 5, which is 11. So my length is 11. Now let's for the width. This is the width. X is 4. So I go over here. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. The perimeter of the rectangle above is 76. So we're going to be using this rectangle right here. And for the perimeter, you take the width plus the length plus the width plus the length. You need all 4 sides. So that's 4x plus 3 plus 4x minus 5 plus 4x plus 3 plus 4x minus 5. And if you add all those together, let's add the numbers together first. 3 minus 5 is -2, -4. 4, 4 is 8, 12, 16. So the perimeter is 16x minus 4. So 16x minus 4, that's the perimeter, equals 76. And then you solve it. Now all these are x squared. We use the calculator. This is just an x, so we can just use our normal solving skills. If you add 4 to both sides, 16x equals to 80. And if you divide by 16, x equals, say, 5. And that's it. Good luck on the test.